Hello. Today we are going to be talking about quantifiers. Well, uh, what are quantifiers? Quantifiers are words which help us to talk about or describe quantities or amounts. There exist several quantifiers in English, but we're going to talk about three of them specifically today. The first one is many, much, and a lot of. Now, all three of these quantifiers are quite common in English, but they're used in different situations. So that's our objective today, to understand in what situations each should be used. In order to understand how to use these quantifiers, we need to understand another concept, which is that of countable and uncountable nouns. Well, what is a countable noun? A countable noun is anything which can be counted, can have a number applied to it. For example, I have a pen here. I could say 10 pens. I can count it, therefore it's a countable noun. I could say 10 computers or $5 million. All of those things can be counted, and so they are countable nouns. There also exist, though, many nouns in English which are uncountable. That is, they can't be counted. They include common words such as water or oil, but also more abstract concepts like justice or honesty or love. Now, this is important because that fact will affect how we use quantifiers. In English, the quantifier many is only compatible with countable nouns. Let's take a look at an example. So if I was to say, I bought many computers. I bought many computers. Well, we see here that computers is a countable noun because I can apply a number to computers, can't I? In fact, it's indicated by the fact it ends with an S, indicating it has a plural form. So, given that computers is a countable noun, we have applied the quantifier many. On the other hand, much can only be used in English with uncountable nouns. So an example would be, there is not much water in the cup. There is not much water in the cup. So we have the noun here, which the quantifier is being applied to, which is water. Well, is water countable or uncountable? Using the reasoning that we discussed earlier, water is a uncountable noun. We can't apply a number in terms of the quantity of water, can we? We can't say 10 waters. That would be considered incorrect in most circumstances anyway. We could say something like 500 milliliters of water, but that's different, isn't it? Because we're not applying the number to the water, but rather to the unit, milliliters in that case. So yes, water is an uncountable noun, and so we are using the quantifier much as a result. What about a lot of, however, though? Well, a lot of is an interesting case because it can be applied to both countable and uncountable nouns. For example, I could say, Venezuela has a lot of oil. Venezuela has a lot of oil. So the noun there, oil, is it countable or uncountable? Well, in a very similar way to water, we can't count oil, can we? So therefore oil is an uncountable noun. We could say much, technically, grammatically that would be acceptable, but we could also use the quantifier a lot of. And arguably in this case a lot of would be a more natural choice. To look at another example, we could say there are a lot of people in New York. So the noun here that we're applying the quantifier to is people, and is people a countable or uncountable noun? Well, people is a countable noun because we can apply a number to it. For example, I could say there are over 8 billion people on Earth, so we know that people is countable. But notice here how a lot of can be used with countable nouns such as people. So a lot of is more flexible in that sense. I hope that was helpful so that you can understand better how to use the quantifiers many, much, and a lot of. Thank you.